Hey guys, how you doing today? We're going to do a little tutorial on pigeon pose. And what's nice about the pigeon pose is that it's a great opener for the hip flexors. It will also help to decrease strain in the shoulders and in the spine and help to ease stress. So you'll need, yes, your yoga mat, but also a blanket, possibly for your knees or under the hip flexors, or a couple of blocks to help support you maybe underneath the hip flexors and also under the hands. So come into a table position, or you can come to a down dog to come into this one, okay? So I'll show you from table real fast. You'll lengthen the right leg back behind you, and then you'll bring the right knee forward, right foot past your left thigh, drop the foot down, try and bring your knee close to the hand or into the center line of your mat, and then lengthen that left leg back to get into your pigeon. From down dog, you just lift the right leg up. You can even bend that right knee so your heel goes towards that left glute, and then swing the knee forward. Now, this is where some of us are really tight in our hips and we're going to get uneven here as we come into our pigeon pose. This is where you may need a block to slide it right underneath that right hip flexor, or a blanket. And we want to make sure that those hips are just nice and square. Now for some of us who want to go a little bit deeper and we don't have any problems with knee flexion or hip flexion, you may want to try and take this right shin and get it parallel to your mat. When you do that, you're going to get a deeper stretch here in that piriformis muscle and in that hip flexor. Now, this could be very difficult and this may bother the knee. If it does, don't do it. Have that foot, right foot, closer to your groin, and that way you can decrease that stress. Now, another way of making this work with that leg at parallel with the edge of your mat, elevate your hips up off the ground, and this will take some of that pressure off of the knee and the hip flexor. So do what's best for you. And then here, you can have a block in front of you that helps to elevate the floor up to you and lengthen up to your spine so we can stretch out the psoas muscle. It's way deep there, the abdominal and hip flexor region. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. And then make sure before we go down that we're having a nice long line down the left side of your body. So the toes, the leg, hip all line up with the side of your body, that torso. Good, we'll inhale. As we exhale, we're going to slowly bring it forward. Now for some of us, we may only go this far. Hands extended, protecting yourself. Maybe use that block. You can put your forearms on a block. Maybe the forearms will come to the ground. And if you can, you'll take your head to the ground. But for some of us, that's really uncomfortable. So what you need to do is maybe stack fists on each other and let your forehead rest on the fist. And it's okay for your arms to go out to the side because we want our shoulders to round here to decrease stress in the shoulders. You may flatten those hands, have your forehead come onto the hands, or your head may come all the way down onto the ground, okay? Now here, arms can be extended, more of the cactus, or like call it the touchdown Jesus arms there. Maybe bend the elbows more, hands will come closer to the head. Do what feels right for you to let those shoulders release, okay? And for myself, it's having the hands a little closer, my elbows wider. So go ahead and hold here for a good 5 breaths. Deep breath in and out. Good. And prepare to come out here, okay? Slide those hands under your shoulders. Hug those arms in, and inhale, lift the torso up. Good. What we still want to work here is that core. So when we lift up, hands support us, but eventually it may be a great challenge to work towards this, but when we lift up, to not even use the hands as we come up. We're using that core muscle. Good. So we're going to come out, so you can tuck under those left toes to press right back to down dog, or you can just slowly slide back to table. Do what's best for you, and we're going to chain side, okay? So you can lift up that right leg and shake it out. Drop the right foot on the ground. Get yourself set up for the other side. As we'll lift the left leg up, whether you're in table or in down dog. You can bend that left knee so that heel's going towards our right glute, and then swing that left knee forward. Okay, we're going to make sure that we're nice and long on the right side of our body. Length there, squaring up our hips, so if needed, grab your block, slide it underneath that left hip flexor. Either keep that knee right around the center and that left foot close to the groin, or try and see if we can get that shin parallel with the mat. But again, be careful, don't overdo anything. We don't want extreme pain in the knee. If it does hurt, come out. So get yourself set up. Maybe again have the block underneath you, putting your hands on the block, roll the shoulders down, lift that torso up, stretch out the psoas here. Inhale, and then exhale, you're going to release forward. Again, come to your working position of whatever's best for you, but make sure you're not shrugging those shoulders up towards your ears. Tension, we want to relax those shoulders, okay? So find that positioning that's best for you. And let go. And just breathe here. Try and notice how it feels in your shoulders. Let them relax. As we want to try and ease as much tension in the rest of the body, so the hip flexor itself will realize that it's in a safe position and it can totally begin to melt like butter. But if we're tense in our shoulders, we're tense in our jaw, you're tense in your core right now, then that hip flexor will stay tense as well and it won't release. So really relax here. Good. One more breath in. Full exhalation out. And slide those hands under your shoulders and slowly inhale. Come on up. Great. Go ahead and either just step right back to table and you can lift up that left leg and shake it out, or tuck under those right toes and press back to down dog. You can shake out that left leg. Good. So, pigeon pose, great one, especially if you are a runner, a cyclist, just an active individual in general, as it will help begin to open up those hip flexors and get that deep connective tissue. Will also help relieve tension in the lower back, and just help to allow you to sit up a little bit taller, so we're not flexing as much and hinging as much, or rolling, I guess would be the right terminology there, and collapsing. We want to continue to keep that spine long and to ease tension in the hips and everywhere else. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Namaste.